Hiya, I'm Bruna, and today's school class I'm going to go over the snatch. So the snatch, I'm going to break it down into 3 or 4 different exercises. We're going to start on a single arm swing, high pull, half snatch, and then the full snatch. It again is another hip hinge movement, so from learning your swings and your single arm swings, it's the exact same hip hinge that you want to mimic into the snatch. So start with a single arm swing, getting set up the same way, feet in line with the kettlebell. You're going to step back roughly a foot. You're then going to hinge at the hips, keeping the shoulders pulled back, just reach forward for the kettlebell. Imagine you're breaking that kettlebell so that'll keep the shoulder engaged. So if I stand from the sides, the shoulder doesn't want to be way out here, it's going to be pulled back in tight and has a strong grip with the kettlebell, and it'll stay there throughout the whole movement. So sorry if I just get set up again. Feet in front of the kettlebell, step back roughly a foot. I'm going to hinge back, reach forward for the kettlebell, and I'm going to break it and put the shoulder into my socket. So from here, I'm going to hike through the legs and just go into a single arm swing. So the shoulder is then pulled back and I'm snapping at the hips. Once you're comfortable enough with the weight of doing a single arm swing, say for about 10 to 12 reps, then start to move into high pull to bring the reps down to possibly 3 to 5, and again you want to build up on that as you get stronger. High pull is the exact same movement. You're going to hip hinge again at the hips, so you're doing this with every single progression here. But as the kettlebell comes up into the single arm swing, and then want you to pull back with the elbow, kettlebell high, and then back down close through the body. So you'll snap at the hips, it'll come up into like a single arm swing, and then from here you want to pull back, and the kettlebell will come back down. This is nearly a more intense exercise than the full snatch. When you're doing the full snatch, you have a minute up here or a few seconds where you can rest. The high pull, you're constantly being worked, so you will find this a lot more endurance based. So when you're getting set up, same setup as all of them. Feet in front in line with the kettlebell, step back roughly a foot. I'm going to hinge at the hips, reach forward for the kettlebell. I'm going to imagine I'm breaking it, shoulders pinned back. I'm going to hike free, snap the hips, and try and pull the kettlebell up high. And it's the real hip drive here that will help you get the heavier weight up into that overhead position. So same again, once you're comfortable with the single arm swing and the high pull, you're then going to break it into this full snatch. So from the high pull, as the kettlebell comes up, you then want to punch the air. You punch the air to get the kettlebell up overhead. And then coming back down again, a lot of people almost fire the kettlebell in front of them. If you're going to fire it in front, the whole body's going to go forward with it, and gravity is just going to pull you into a really bad position. You want to roll the kettlebell around the wrist. So if it's up here in the overhead position, you want to roll it down, keep it in close, hike through the legs, and drive back up again. So ideally you want to keep it as close to the body as you can. If you let it go out wide, it's just going to pull you. It's going to come down way in position. Whenever you want to come down close, it's going through the hips. If the kettlebell's going out too far, it's going to be going nearly through the lower thighs or the knees, and it'll just set your whole body position off. So with the snatch, you'll hike it through the legs, you'll drive it up into that high pull, you'll punch overhead, keeping it close. You're going to roll the kettlebell around the hand, hinge back when it's at the hips, and then snap forward again to get up overhead. So I'm going to do a few here. Same setup, feet in front of the kettlebell, or line with the kettlebell, step back with the feet. I'm going to hinge back, reach forward, breaking that kettlebell. I'm going to hike it free, snap the hips, and then punch overhead. And then from this position here, I want to keep it nice and close. So I'm going to roll my wrist around the kettlebell, hinge back, and snap. Few mistakes that can be done with the snatch is that you're flipping it up and you're just banging it around with the wrist. See, if you punch up straight, that should hopefully prevent the bad timing of the kettlebell going around and whack, and then you fire it back around again. You can even practice the clean. It's the same sort of clean movement as we've done before, getting in that rack position where you're rolling it around the wrist, just to get used to comfortably bringing the kettlebell to the side. If you're looking to go heavy with snatches as well, I'd recommend working up to set of reps about 10 to 12 one side, go up to the next kettlebell and bring your reps back down to 5.